Goodbye.
Technically, you should be on a one-on-one fight, not a group fight.
You also get a bonus concentration check while blazing.
Hammer_Lee_ Advantage is now live. Streaming games plus demos. Hammer. LifeVintage.com.
Which, honestly, that's the next thought what you get.
Chase sounds useful, yeah.
Offensive capability reveals significant melee damage, especially with spells like Booming Blade or Green Flame Blade. I have Booming Blade.
Okay.
Really nice. So in the game, Booming Blade scales with your weapon. So whatever your base weapon damage says it does. So if your weapon says 0 to 9,
Yeah.
Booming Blade will do 0 to 9 damage. Not the greatest.
No, but
But if you pick another weapon like I did, like Rapier, that's just now 2 to 9 points of damage. Booming Blade now does 2 to 9 points of damage with 6d4. Pretty nice.
64, huh? That's not bad.
64 of thunder damage, I believe it was. I could be wrong, but
As long as
maybe
there's
it's 2. 2d4 is of thunder damage. That sounds more correct. I'm thinking of, Shatter.
Okay.
Shatter does like 6d4. That I will say too, they are not for beginners. Okay, so they are in the book. So there you are.
They must be in the newer book then, because I don't remember. I remember there being a blade class, but
2004.
Okay, maybe they are. I don't recall seeing that one. Maybe they were under something else when I read it.
That's interesting.
First. You are first scout in the area. Congratulations. Roll for initiative.
Well, has me confused.
Roll. Twisty's kidnapped rolled 7. XD.
Confused with what?
So I like 70s and 80s music.
Yeah.
Ma's older than I am.
Yeah.
She preferred 90s.
Okay.
She doesn't care for the 80s. She doesn't care for the 70s. So I listen to stuff like Led Zeppelin, or Boston, or Kansas, and things like that. You know, classic stuff.
Which is 80s into maybe into the 90s if they were old enough to be into the 90s. But
stuff that I grew up with when I was a kid, because that's what my older brothers listened to. No secret, my brothers are all Gen X. My brothers are in their 50s and 60s now, so Gen X.
That they are, yeah?
I listen and enjoy the same cartoon, music, and movies that they do. That's why I relate so well to Gen X. Because I grew up around the Gen X.
Mm-hmm.
Like the millennial, or other millennials, I'll call them that. Other millennials that were like, had no siblings or only children, they didn't grow up around that, so they're a little different. They were coddled.
Basically.
Whereas both my parents were boomers and part of the silent generation, where it's again, go outside, don't come back until the street lights are on. Go. Hey, your brothers are going to babysit you. Oh, hey, you're 7 years old now. Yay! You can babysit your little brother. We're going to the store. We didn't have cops knocking on the door. Oh, what's going on? Where's your parents? Why are you knocking on our door? Are your parents home? What business is that of you? Where's your warrant?
Makes sense.
Yeah, we were that kind of kids. The first question we were taught to ask police, where's your warrant? Why are you asking so many questions without a warrant? Personally, I just didn't answer the door.
Yeah, it's simpler just to be like, yeah, let them stand out there and waste their time.
I know that if I open the door, Mom and Dad are going to whoop my ass when they get home. That's the first thing they say. Do not open the door for nobody.
Yep.
Do not look out the window. Don't do this. Don't do that. Stay at home and do nothing. We weren't allowed to play video games when they were gone. But we snuck off to play video games anyways.
Well, yeah.
Like, we were always smart. Or at least I was always smart. I took the SNES and I put that under the AC. But this way here, it doesn't get warm. I know the first thing Mom and Dad want to do is touch to feel if it's hot.
Yeah.
AC eliminates that problem.
True.
Yeah. Smart. I used to watch movies during bedtime on a VCR. That is hard to do. My little brother just turns the TV off and thinks that's fine. Oh, they're like, nice try, I see the VCR is on. I'm like, idiot, I told you. It says VCR whenever it's on. We need 6 blank lines in the VCR. But this way here, they think we're sleeping. Well, it wasn't going to turn off sometimes. Unplug it and plug it back in. Or better yet, just don't plug it back in at all. Now they think that we were sleeping. I was trying to teach my brother all the arts of shamming and scamming and how to pin stuff on somebody else. He just didn't want to partake in it.
Yes, why would you want to partake into bad influence like that? See why this is upside down, but okay.
Lol. Happens.
Or you could be like me, but I'm not going to carry a great sword unless I'm going to the battlefield.
Exactly.
There's a reason why I find the lightsabers to be like such an awesome and nice weapon.
In theory, anyway.
The blade goes away and I can just put a little handle on my hip. Or I can put it in my pocket. Pocket carry.
In theory, it's amazing, but it's still a theory.
Concealed carry.
Even the ones they have right now, they're attached to a gas tank, basically. Blue sky.
Discord. https://discord.gg/bgsgkyae. Add. Ammer. Lifevintage.com has merch. Look at it. Help an old man help you. Lol.
Fuck, sharing a server.
Ceremony swords aren't exactly. They're supposed to look nice, not be effective. Really? This one?
Bad company.
Yeah.
We'll give you a little something.
Yeah. Game over. Well, during this event, this is probably the fastest way to gain points because the mission lasts only so long.
Wonderful.
Then you
Work
can
like
get
that brings
EXP with the
glory
right
to my name.
soul, TP medals, and then it gives a bonus of 210 for the event.
Sorry.
That was good.
I couldn't hear you. There's a crank in my neck. One more time.
It was a good pop, I'll tell you that.
Right? Maybe that's why everyone thinks I'm getting old. Oh.
It's Gen X damage is what it is.
Yeah, that's true. I've watched people do a front flip or a back flip. My knee hurts.
Yeah.
So, my report on that individual finally went through.
Really?
They did not like what they found.
Ooh.
So they looked back at cameras and they saw that individual kept disappearing. And I told them, like, look, I kept quiet about it for a while. I thought maybe they were just going through a hard time. Maybe they're just wore out or hurting.
Yeah, there was.
But they've been doing this for over a week. It doesn't matter if I have somebody helping on the floor or not. This person will disappear and leave me to do all of it. Like, I'm not
Which is unfair.
This person
It's unfair.
whipping boys who are the same rank. I'm not there for it. So, leader defense.
And they saw her distant.
It automatically.
Well done! A marvelous show!
Greetings.
Wonderful! Work like that brings glory to my name.
Greetings.
Wonderful! Work like that brings glory to my name.
Greetings to all time patrollers in the lobby. Have all of you been informed of the rules for this event? The 3 universes that will compete are Universe 6, Universe 7, and Universe 11. Each universe will earn glory points after each round of fights. The universe with the most points by the end will take first place. Simple, yes? And if you contribute a great deal to your universe's performance, you will be rewarded handsomely. Oh, how lovely! And that's not all, no! The team that is crowned Grand Champion will receive a truly magnificent reward. Now then, good luck to all universes. Make sure you earn as many points as you can!
The same ones that used to cry when they climbed too high up the tree, and I had to climb the tree.
Climb the tree to get them, yeah.
Those same nephews.
Started their own families, yeah.
Damn.
Time keeps ticking, man. Time keeps ticking.
Hard to believe they're already in their 20s.
Now you see why Ma is getting so antsy about having kids. It's getting up there.
Right?
Everybody else is beating you. Oh no, the race is on.
They can win this race. Because you know what? I want to participate in this race when everyone else is complaining about the prices of diapers, and I'm like, oh.
Oh no. That's
Do you
terrible.
buy some diapers? What?
That's kind of what I said to Stacy the other day.
Doo-doo in their $200-something stroller, so I just went and bought a new $200-something stroller. I bought a stroller that comes with built-in AC. Their stroller looks like a Cadillac.
It sounds like a Cadillac at that point.
It even has a little spot to hook up the tablet so that they can watch their cartoons on the go. What did you guys do for your kids? Like, don't get me wrong. I told Mom I like the idea of just spoiling Stacy's people, which I have been doing a real good job of with their
I'd say.
Left, Pop in Mama's house without something. They've always gotten something. Granted, I think when Stacy finds the Power Wheels next time they come over,
Might be a thing. Might be a thing.
that might take the case. And if I do, I'm going to do it.
Really?
Oh, they came up with it. They said they would do it if I come over here. They're going to take the hose off my CPAP, arc down the hose, and re-hook it up to the
Yeah, let's not.
Congratulations, I will never come to your house again if I have that.
Why would you go to their house in the first place if you have one, right? Not unless you have to move in, right? No, I'll just move into the hospital at that point.
So I did talk to the board and Mom told me
Like what? Virtual cable. Table.
So it has a program
Got you.
and I can use it for cable. So rather than having to use it, for example, I can use it my office and that. Like another PC episode. So if I draw blueprints and stuff like that for D&D,
Mm-hmm.
I can make your D&D characters into 2-bit pixels
Okay.
for, simplicity, and give you guys controllers to move your little characters around on the table.
It does sound
Wonderful.
interesting.
Work like that brings glory to my name.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Well, I've been looking at a lot of people streaming lately, and a lot of people are going more VR related because they want the motion tracking or something. So I'm looking at it. I don't have the facilities for that crap.
Yep, I'm already looking at how to nearby, and we're going to set up a room just for it.
I don't think I could do my job and then try to do a VR thing, because I would already be tired from being on my feet, right? And then I would go to stream and be on my feet more. Then again, there's nothing in the rules that state you can't bring a chair in there and sit down while you're, you know, communicating, but...
Okay, I won't lie, that'd be a pretty badass movie. Castlevania with Johnny Depp starring as Dracula.
He would technically fit the part, yeah. He's got that look. Yeah, he's got that look.
And he played vampires before.
I still want Reeves to do Star Wars. Because I think he would make a good Revan.
You can make a lot of different things. Yeah, I would love to do that. But you can make him the rogue Star Wars. You do well in that.
True.
Well, you can make him a Mando. And he'd do good.
Would he?
Especially with his
No.
real-life gun training.
Yeah, he could totally pull that off.
You want to talk about him being an efficient bounty hunter.
Maybe not a Mando, maybe one of the other bounty hunters. Or make a new character strictly for him. Would be amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Make him make him more like a Cad Bane, but his own character.
that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of story. Make him a character. It'll be fun. I'd like to see what you say. Another one that I would like to see go somewhere. He already did the voice of Darth Maul, and he was also the game actor for Fortnite.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, he's actually corrected Filoni a couple times. He wanted him to do things with Darth Maul that technically they didn't have to do, right? So
What lightsaber? Darth Maul's lightsaber was destroyed in the battle against Obi-Wan.
exactly, it was destroyed.
What leg? He lost his leg in the battle against Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is notorious for taking off people's legs.
Exactly. He is given that credit a lot, actually.
For a defensive guy, he's really bad about taking away somebody's legs. Oh, you don't need those.
Wonderful. Work like that
You
brings
know,
glory
saw
to my
Anakin
name.
move a mile away and upped him an arm with it.
Exactly.
I'm notorious at taking people's legs, so I'm going to take your leg, but just because of how stupid you are also going to take your other arm. I'm not even going to take your robotic arm. You can keep that piece of shit. I'm taking your other fleshy arm. Now, every time you look at your stumps, you're going to remember.
And there's a lot of stumps to look at.
You're
So,
going to remember your arrogance. Now, I would believe that in the comics when they first meet again and how Darth Vader pretty much owned Obi-Wan Kenobi in that first meeting, Obi-Wan probably regrets giving him something to look at to make him angry. Hey, maybe not give the Sith, the source of their power. Pain and anger.
it varies.
What have they done? He's a monster. Not Darth Vader. Bro, everyone blames Qui-Gon for what became of Anakin.
Of Annie, yeah. Yeah. Well, technically Qui-Gon would have trained him the similar way, so it's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Qui-Gon wasn't particularly good at all the rules.
That's true.
So the argument most will have is Qui-Gon would have listened better and helped guide him through those emotions rather than you can't have them.
Oh, instead of telling him straight up no, be like, hey, here's a system of dealing with it. Okay, yeah.
Even Yoda was bad. Feelings are a bad day off. For you to be having feelings is a Jedi crime.
No, that's one of the goofball cutscenes, but yeah.
There was a sort of lead Yoda was doing counseling. And it was pretty much just saying you have to remove yourself from that.
That was the end result of his conversation was, yes, that attachments were bad, yeah.
Which arguably is why Luke Skywalker will be the most powerful Jedi in most. Just it. Flat out taught his pupils how to deal with emotions. Relationships wasn't a crime. He didn't forbid it.
Well, he recruited from, stuff like that, right?
And that's the other thing, too. He didn't recruit children like the old Jedi.
You would have to choose to join, is what it was. You had a choice. Do you want to learn about these new abilities or not? If not, you should just seal them away and go do your thing.
I like what the Jedi Order used to do, but I'm not into the whole kidnapping thing, so I'm not...
Hello, Yapper. Welcome. Why you said meep meep, I don't know. That's kind of... He did in the cartoons, like the original little snippets that we got to see on Cartoon Network, the ones that were only like 15 minutes or whatever. He did get to eventually face the mirror at that one place, and then we get a goofy picture of like Vader's face. So meep meep is a fun word, if you say so. But for the most part, if somebody would have guided him along a little better, instead of telling him no, right? Getting told no is...
Did I got tricked?
No, you weren't tricked.
Lol. Hi Yakuna Viper. Hi. At Twisty's kidnapped.
But is he stronger than Goku? I don't know. Let's find out. If I hit him with enough Kamehamehas, maybe Goku ain't so strong, huh? I know if I can get him to sit still long enough, my self-destruct will kill him. Yeah, self-destruct. Oh, it interrupted. That's annoying. Game.
Community leader reporting for duty. Sire saluting face. Lol.
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Hi edits underscore Yakutsa.
Welcome, welcome. So I'm only going to play for 10 more minutes.
Wonderful. Work like that brings glory to my name.
But getting a few points for this event is nice.
Hey there at Twisty's kidnapped.
They're giving us a new Super Soul, one of the first ones. When you do 1,500 points in this event, you get this Super Soul, and it's for the Diadem guy, the bad guy. And your first super attack, your first regular key attack, and your super key attack get a 50% bonus in damage. So your first Kamea wave is going to hit with 50% extra power, and your first super Kamea wave, your mega one, is going to hit with 50 extra percent. It's pretty broken skill for PvP right now.
I actually wanted to talk to you about this. Sire, you should do a streamathon so that your streaming time can increase and there are more more
chances. Okay, cut you off to get more viewers. What do you call that? Streamathon. I would have to take time off of work to even do a streamathon. Plus, it wouldn't be during prime time either. It would be late night into early morning. And prime time is basically our afternoon over here in the US.
Do it on an off day.
On an off day. Forgo some sleep and try to do a streamathon? Maybe. I will consider it. I can't promise anything, but I will consider it.
HMM.
Surprised I dodged that with reverse launcher. I don't think I got the kill off that one. Oh well.
I think this Sunday I want to try to start the stream.
Lol.
So I can go for quite a few hours.
Quite a few, as in 3-ish.
Like almost 9-10 hours.
That's a lot of hours. You can get all kinds of viewers to see you.
At that point, I'm probably going to have a vote going on for what class I play.
You can definitely do that. Well, it also depends on what you're streaming on. I think Twitch and YouTube have you can put up the voting thing. I haven't figured out how to do it yet, but
Well, first thing I got to do is figure out how to make it work on my PS5.
you hit this button and you hit broadcast. and then you hit start, and if you don't have something linked, it'll ask you to link something. Your YouTube, your Twitch, or whatever you're streaming on. I'm dual casting because I'm going to Lightstream. I attached it to Twitch, so I'm streaming to Twitch, and then my Lightstream dual casts it to YouTube as well. So YouTube holds all my VODs because Twitch is really bad at VODs. But Twitch is pretty good at doing the live streams, so... But yeah, just hit this button and go to broadcast, and you can just set it up from there. If you want like more control over your stream, you can go into the settings and try to do stuff from there.
In my life.
That actually looks pretty cool.
Right?
Keyblade guitar, yeah.
For no other reason than to say I have one.
We will work on it. Lol.
Yup. Unfortunate, but he was getting way up there in age, too. That, and he was still taking methamphetamines or something, too, so... Well, his body got so adapted to it that they couldn't take him off of it, so... He was a unique individual, I'll tell you that. Ow. On a tombstone of... that's the only way to find him, because he won't move now, right?
I've never moved from that spot. Unless he has a
Wonderful.
child.
Work like that brings glory. to
Waldo
my name.
Jr.
Where's the other Waldo? I had to find two? It was hard enough to find one.
And Waldo's wife, and then it'd be kind of like the Deadpool saga, right? You have all these Waldos from all over the universes.
Waldo's gonna find his wife. Choose to accept it. Find Waldo his wife. FYI, not even Waldo could find his wife.
Yeah, we'll mess with Wakoka.
Alright, let's get to the Festival of Universes
No.
interviews. I can't wait.
We're still going to do this? This could end up being a disaster.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Oh, look, it's Kaba. Hey, Kaba, you got a minute?
Supreme Kai of Time.
World.
Good to see you. I'm
Missing
not in a
his
hurry,
leg.
no. What is it?
Without further ado, let's do this interview. So you've mentioned before that Vegeta is your master. Does that mean you're looking to learn his signature attacks?
What? Oh, no way. I would never try to imitate my master's moves. Those are his.
That's what they're saying.
But then
I think it's a fake, but
so I wouldn't be opposed to learning them.
Yeah, I know how you
Not
feel.
completely
I see.
understandable.
So you're looking to forge your own identity and come up with your own moves then, is that right?
something else I kind of want to get back into is playing Star Wars Online because it doesn't cost any money.
No. That are better than
I don't have to pay a subscription to play.
Master!
Father, stop blabbering like idiots and focus on proving yourself in battle. Get over here.
Yes, sir.
You too, Trunks. You slacked off on your training long enough.
You want me to come too? Okay, I'll join you then.
And there they go. We weren't even done with the interview. At least the three of them look like they'll have fun. Alrighty then. That's all for today. Stay tuned for the next interview.